Let's see if I can get this set up. Hey, Jorge, Cheryl. All right, I'm trying to get set up with a mic, so give me a second. Hi, Matthew. All right, can you guys hear me on this remote mic as I walk away from my phone? Jorge, Cheryl, Matthew, hello from England. And there's Ron. Ron's up and out early. Well, I just came in from shoveling and snow blowing. So I'm going to spend some time down in the fish room. I'll try and keep up with chat. I actually got to spend my first little bit of time down here yesterday afternoon, evening. So I was happy to get that time in. Ooh, there go the CPDs. Lights came on about 20 minutes ago, and they're all skirting around the egg collecting bin. Oh, let's see. So much to do. Don't even know where to start. Clean up some of this crap. What's on the agenda, people? We're supposed to have another storm moving in. It was supposed to come in last night around 9 or 10 o'clock, but it didn't start snowing here till about 7:30 this morning. As of yesterday, they were calling for another 10 to 18 inches of snow, which, believe me, I want no part of. But hopefully they missed that forecast. Let's see if I have any Cory eggs so I can hurry up and keep up with Cheryl. Nothing visible. Might be something on some of the mops, but I'll have to pull and rotate those out. Check a couple other tanks. Was hoping with that storm moving in last night something would happen. Looks like I got some either purple or golden mystery snail eggs. Those guys been a little busy. And last night I had a struggling angelfish and it did not make it through the night. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, there's a lot of... Hi, Austin. I'm at 60 right now. Snow keeps the shop busy. Nobody knows how to drive in it. Yeah, there are a lot of people that don't. I went to almost ran out of cigars during a snowstorm. That was terrible. So I shot downtown and grabbed some cigars, and there was a younger woman in the parking lot just spinning, and the parking lot was not plowed very well. Spinning and spinning. I went in and got my cigars and came out, and she's just spinning and spinning. And I walked over to her car, and she opens the door, and she says, "All I'm doing is spinning." I said, "Get out." And she said, "I got front wheel drive, but I know I need snow tires." I said, "Let me see if I can rock it out." And I rocked her out and got it down on the street for her and said, "Bye, go buy some snow tires." People don't realize how effective snow tires really are. It's a huge difference. Huge difference. Or having a truck that weighs 14,000 pounds. That helps too. Not that I want to be out driving it in this crap. Because when you get one of those things stuck, you're really screwed. Let's see. I'm looking for CPD fry. One, two, three. I don't know, I think I counted 4 or 5 yesterday, but I don't know if they're making it or not. But I just keep putting in some fry powder and hoping that as I keep dumping eggs and stuff in there, some of them will grow out. Hi, Jody P. Good morning. Just goes to show this fish community can just run 24 hours a day, right? I'm like, should I start a stream? Jeff P was trying to talk me into doing a stream last night. Jorge's stream went a couple hours. I wasn't going to jump on top of him. And then by the time I sat down and started watching a little bit of Dan's, I was pretty much out of energy. It's probably the first night I went to bed before 11 o'clock in the last week. Anyways. Ooh, there might be eggs in that. Those might be eggs in my cherry barb trap. That would be nice. Someday I'll know whether I get them. Still waiting for some of my libraries to come through for me too. Seen a Tocadoa Arroyos. Had those for months, and I've had swollen females and just cannot find fry. And I thought those were fairly simple to breed, but my emerald catfish, my emerald cories are due to pop and lay a ton of eggs at any given time. Jorge, what time you did not have work last night or did have work last night? What's your schedule? I know you go in at like 11 or 12 o'clock, don't you? I'm getting a car ready to paint. Oh, still waiting for some Apisto fry. That would be nice if I could just get some Apisto to breed. I am eager for some rosy barbs, though. I gotta grow them out a little bit more. Looks like I need to call some Blue Dream shrimp. Guess I could do that today. Pull some spawning mops. Thinking about pulling, I have some platies. And they are giving me fry, but not a lot. And I've seen them chasing them around. So I think they're eating a fair number of my fry. And I hate using breeder boxes, but I'm thinking about pulling that one of those fat females out and putting her in a breeding box. My false zebra plecos, I had 3 of them. I've never seen more than 2 of them in there. And that's what I see now, too. Oh. They can hide when there's nothing in the tank. Isn't that something? Uh-oh, looks like it's getting a little cooler in the basement. Off till Saturday, huh? Yeah, that's only 2 days away. Enjoy yourself. That was a good interview you did yesterday, Jorge. How old was he? What was his? I can't even remember his name. I'm sorry. I caught most of it while I was down here working in the room. I did get subscribed to his channel. Hey Brian, good morning. Chris, he's 24. Hey, I knew he was young, especially when he was talking about being in high school in 2017. Yeah, you're gonna have to use your skills of persuasion on me, Jorge, and maybe a cigar. Skills of persuasion. Oh, let's see. Monkeying around, trying to figure out which strains of guppies. Brian, do you guys do pure strains of guppies? Or is that something that doesn't seem to be worth it anymore? Although Jorge was talking about that yesterday. Pure strains seem out, mutts seem in. I don't know. Do people just want color? I mean, you can't have color without having some pure strains to pull from and get the breeding stock. In my mind, anyways. All right, let's clean some stuff up here. Let's not waste today like I've wasted the past 5 days. Oh, glass of whiskey. Not a big whiskey fan, but I will sip it. And a Monte Cristo, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just need to set up a nice little exhaust fan in my fish room here so I can come down here without my wife smelling cigars. Yeah, I've had just no energy to work on this place. After so much snow, it just gets so frustrating. I can't stand working in it. So I won't go out and do any work unless it's an emergency for somebody, because it's just so much work to get the big truck out and get tools out of it and all that garbage. Because I got a E450 with a 14-foot mechanics box on it. So all my doors are on the sides. And of course, when you park in this snow, one of the sides of your truck is parked up against a snowdrift. So getting to those doors is a pain in the butt. Just frustrating. Working in deep snow. Kind of wish I had a second tiny service vehicle for this kind of weather. But that costs money. Hi, Christine. Hi, Roxanne. Hey, Melvin. Oh, there's a lot of people bored this morning. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? Oh, let's clean this filter. Oh, let's see. I don't have well, I do have windows. It's a 160-year-old basement, so it's got old windows that will never even budge now. But I do have, I did buy 2 new block windows to put in their place, but I haven't installed them yet, and there's no way I'm going to do it this winter. But I got 2 block windows that have the 4-inch louvered vent in them. So at some point, those will go in the openings when I pull the old windows out. I'll mortar those in, and I'll have a couple of 4-inch exhaust openings. So then I'll just take a variable speed bathroom fan exhaust, put it up in one of the joist spaces, and try and move some air through this place. That way I can get rid of some of the humidity, especially in the summertime. Need to get some of the humidity out of this basement in the summertime without running a dehumidifier, which costs a fortune. Right? Electricity is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Everything is. I'm tired of spending money. Well, not tired of spending money on my fish. I wish I could spend more money on my fish. So one thing about this hobby, you got to keep focused on the rest of your life as well. Pretty easy to become overwhelmed with everything you got going on, especially when you get up over 20 or 30 tanks, which I think a lot of us are. How many do you have, Jorge? Oh, fish nerd. Wet floor, safety hazard. Yep. How'd I figure out the layout? Well, it's a very old basement. I don't have a ton of, I mean, I got a big house, 2,400 square feet, but the basement is pathetic. So there's no real good storage space upstairs. As I've remodeled, I've put in closets here and there, but as far as like basement storage, because we don't have a garage, so basically I came downstairs and just started cleaning up areas because we were using the basement area as a catch-all. My existing basement area, usable basement area, is 16 by 30. So I started in one corner and put up a rack, which my original rack then held 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 tanks. And that's what I started with in the basement. And then we have Ridgerack company in town. Ridgerack is like the type of racking. They have huge contracts with Walmart. They do all of Walmart's racking. So my son has a friend that works there, so he can get racking at employee discount. So he did get me a set of racking, which that racking works out perfect to put 20 talls in front to back. And you can get, well, not that I used them all for that, but you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can get 7 of those across each shelf. Now, because my basement ceiling is only 7 feet tall, I only double stacked. But I would love to have the space to triple stack those, because then I could get 21 of those tanks. Hi, Lori. Morning. I could get 21 of those tanks on one of those racks. That would be awesome. Mexicali's at 33. Yeah, 1908. The last, when I bought the house, the last deed I found on it was like 1863, I think. Yeah, I went from 3 to 30 in less than a year. I was surprised how fast that happened. I say I was surprised. My wife was shocked how fast that happened. But she enjoys it now. She'll come down and function down here with me. Now I pulled a filter. I don't remember where I pulled it from. That's funny. Oh, nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Where'd I pull this filter from? Oh, here we go. I was on this tank. Somebody's got to keep track of what's going on. That tank has some Amica Splendens in it, and those haven't bred yet, which is a little disappointing as well. And then it's got my red spot Rio Paraguays in it, which, that's the only thing frustrating about those plecos, right? Is grow out time on those things. Take forever. Yeah. If I had any type of comfortable furniture down here, I would probably be spending some buku time down here, plopped in there. Someday, maybe. I have an ambitious desire to dig out a crawl space in here, which would be, I'm thinking it would be, would probably be about 12 or 13 by maybe 15 or 16. But I would do it, it would be a totally insulated room. It would be minimum 8-foot ceilings. And so that way I could triple stack all my tanks. I mean, I'm sure I could, I have triple stack 10s down here. It's a little tough to get into them. Probably kept my triple stack 10s too high off the floor, only because I was worried about being able to drain out the automatic overflow system, but in hindsight, I could have put them 12 inches lower. Finding Nemo. Wow, that's a big plus for Brian there. Find out he's worth more than having to deal with the cold and snow. Yeah, at some point I would love to have a TV just in order to like monitor chat when you're either streaming or in listening to a room while you're working in your fish room. Because otherwise you got to check your phone all the time. Rather just be able to look up at a big screen. Hoping to get another batch of albino bristlenose plecos. I lost the majority of the first batch. Well, I think I've had 2, but clean out my little snail trap this morning. Snails and duckweed. Certain tanks, I definitely don't want that in. So, has YouTube resolved their problem with their streams freezing up? Not their streams, but their chat. Because I've been experiencing that problem too. And I know everyone says it's been happening on their phone, but it's been happening on my tablet too. When I'm watching on a tablet. Keep my overflow filters clean. Roxanne. Silly girl. Could have been worse. Could have been licking the railing. You need to put some doggone mop drying. There's a mop drying hook right there. Just goes to show, Roxanne, there's certain things you just shouldn't be touching. Oh, this is a tank. They should probably have the light shut off for a little while and knock down some of that algae. Enthralled. Yeah, it's pretty easy to watch other people work, isn't it? It is. Somewhere down here, I thought was a little fan that I wanted to get hooked up and start moving a little bit of air around here. Oh, maybe I left it upstairs. Need to try and keep this basement a little more balanced with temperature. It's a mission of mine to keep this fish room balanced temperature-wise this winter. See what I can do to make that happen. Yeah, Maxie, the only thing is you're getting paid while you're doing that. That's awesome. I want Jorge's job. I don't want the heat down there, though. You can keep that heat. I'll deal with my week of ridiculous amounts of snowfall. I'll probably go out and post one more short on all the stinking snow we've been having. I'll go out and show off all the snow piles and the next storm that's rolling through here. We are... Hi, Mike of the Myers. We are anywhere in this area along the southern lake shore of Lake Erie. They are different, like there's a weather station in Cleveland. The airport in Erie monitors snowfall. And then I think the next snowfall location that's officially monitors is Buffalo. But anywhere in between that area, it's been reported as being anywhere from 40 to 60 inches. And I'm assuming that we are at, we're at about 50. I'd say low 50s. Which I can't remember, but I don't even think we got that many. Last year was a really mild winter for us, and I don't even think we hit 40 last year. But 50 inches without any melt off is absolutely brutal. I mean, school was canceled. Pennsylvania's a huge hunting state, so years ago when the Monday after Thanksgiving was the opening day of buck season, all the schools always had Monday off after Thanksgiving, so that's always stayed like that. But this year on Sunday, they canceled school for Tuesday. Tuesday they canceled school for Wednesday, and Wednesday they just said no school for the rest of the week. They just can't. Kids can't get around. Sidewalks, none of the sidewalks are plowed in town, or very few of them. I gave up trying to keep mine open. I got about half of mine that I had to move snow, and by the time I moved snow through that area, I couldn't get to it anymore. So that, I don't know when that'll, but we're supposed to get 50-degree weather on Monday. So I hope it comes, because I just got a call from a winery this morning, and snow came off the top of their winery, smashed a couple of glycol lines going to their chiller unit. So their chilling system is down for their inside tanks. Well, they're down to one chiller unit instead of two. Snapped those lines off. Fortunately for them, they had a low level monitor in their glycol tank, because glycol for these wineries costs about $1,200 for a 55-gallon drum. And these systems will hold about 3 of those, so whatever, $3,000, $3,500 worth of glycol. So if you have a leak without having a level monitor, you will lose everything in your tank. It will just get pumped right out. So his whole system shut down when he hit that low level monitor. But fortunately, when we installed everything, there are shutoffs and everything. He can isolate that one unit that was broken off and get the other unit running. And so hopefully next week, when some of the snow is gone, I can get in there. I don't like gluing. It's all PVC Schedule 80 heavy wall pipe for that system, and I don't like gluing that stuff when it's below freezing. They make a cold weather glue, but I don't trust it. So hopefully it'll be in the 40s next week. I can get that system put back together. I think It's about time to start turning some of these heaters down. Whew. Cheryl, I need to get rid of some of this hornwort. Yeah, it looks pretty good for shipping next week, Cheryl. I don't know what your weather is. I'll pull it up before I ship, but I'm hoping to get the rest of my shipping done, and then I don't know what to do. I was wondering whether to put any fish or shrimps in Jeff's auction this weekend. I don't know if I want to deal with shipping anymore this winter or not. I guess I'm not afraid of it, but it's just kind of a hassle. Let's see. New MD, Atik, hello. Let's see, who else did I miss? Aquatic Nest. 3G, hey Greg. Yeah, that is a lot of snow. That's more snow than anybody should have to deal with, unless you're up on the Donner Pass with a bunch of friends. Okay, that's everybody. Mork. Is Mindy here? Massive win, single digit in the electric. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the worst part about the snow that we're supposed to get today and tomorrow is the wind. When that 50 plus inches came, it just came straight down. It wasn't blowing around. That would have been an absolute disaster. But we're supposed to get wind now. Minimal power outages around here. Just localized stuff. Back to Brian and his guppies. Brian, are those, is it just because guppies just aren't like a profitable item for you? Just an inconsistent item? Just because they're almost available everywhere. And usually if people want a certain colored guppy, they can just get it at the pet store. Pick it out of a pile of mutts. Yeah. Yep, you'll get it. You'll get that stuff. I have a quadriplegic buddy who lives in a trailer down by the river. No. We were talking, it was about a year and a half ago, and he's like, should I get a whole house generator? And I'm like, man, you hardly ever lose power. It's like a $10,000 investment. And I don't know if he's got the money. I mean, he does, but I didn't know if I wanted to see him spending that on that. But he finally decided. I mean, I told him the benefits and the pros and the cons, and he's like, I'm gonna do it. So he got some electrician to put in his transfer box and set the generator, and I ran gas to it and got that all hooked up. And son of a gun, if he didn't need that thing multiple times in the next year, and one time was for like almost 20 hours. And he's bedbound for the most part, so if his furnace goes out, they were over there one time before he had the generator. I mean, they had blankets on him trying to keep him warm, because I never wanted to put a ventless heater in there. He kept saying, why don't you just give me a ventless heater? I'm like, no, because that's the room you sleep in. And of all places to put a ventless heater, you should not put one in the room you sleep in. Because you just can't monitor the carbon monoxide. Even with the detectors, I just don't trust them. The carbon monoxide if you're in that room 24 hours a day with a ventless heater, you're breathing all that carbon monoxide all the time. That's just not a good thing. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I've played one on TV. I can't believe that breathing CO nonstop is a good thing. All right, what else we got going on here? I've moved some Cory Fry. They're doing quite well in their grow out tank. Should probably empty another one of those grow out tanks too. Some of those are getting kind of large for that tank. Oh, let's call some shrimp, because those are driving me nuts. Set up a nice tank with just pure blue dream shrimp, and the next thing you know, you got a bunch of weird colored ones in there. I don't know how that happens, but must have missed them when I was scooping. So I've had other customers ask me about whole house units, and I just say, you know what, if you got the money, put one in. But if you don't have the money, there's cheaper ways to live without power for 4 or 6 hours than putting in a whole house generator. Am I wrong? Am I right? I think we lost power for, I think 6 hours was the longest with all these tanks that I have. And I didn't lose any fish. I mean, 95% of my tanks have a fair amount of plants in them. And if they don't have a fair amount of plants, they don't have a large amount of fish. Oh, of course, I can't find that stinking shrimp I wanted out of here. Certainly can see him when you don't have a net in your hand. Oh, there he is. Oh, how about a blue dream shrimp with a brown stripe down his back? That's kind of weird. I wonder if that's just a molt line or not, but I'll move them. I'll move them. Well, we haven't had an ice storm in a long time. Yeah, Cheryl, I've got to ship to you and I've got to ship to Ron. Bottled water? Bottled water for horses? Oh, you're coming out of there too. Trying to get a good tank of just good solid Blue Dreams going. The more you get in a tank, the more excuse me, the more diversification you get and the more trouble you get into. See you, Jody. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for saying hi. Oh, so nice to spend some time down here. That tank looks pretty good now. Getting overrun with snails. Oh, now's a good time to drop a snail trap in that tank. That's the other problem, moving plants around. You're just going to end up with snails. You're just going to end up with them. Going to end up with them everywhere. Ooh, looks like it'd be a good time to clean my workspace here too. Whew, getting hungry. Usually don't get that hungry in the morning. Could have something to do with the shoveling, working in the cold weather. All right, snails, come to Papa. Almost makes you want to get a puffer fish. Propane heaters. Yeah. Propane heaters. All right, so much stuff everywhere. Still haven't cleaned up my mess from... I wanted to keep going on those walls down here to help seal stuff up. Haven't finished that project yet. Got it to the point where I got my heater running, but... I hear my dog walking around upstairs. He's probably missing me. That dog, well, I had two. We had to put one down actually 2 years ago this January, but she would always come downstairs. She didn't care. She'd come downstairs into the basement. That was before, well, I had tanks set up down here, not this many, but my other dog, he refuses to come down these basement steps. Will not do it. Can't say as I blame them. It's a little creepy down here. All right, looks like I gotta get rid of that. My wife's gonna be bummed I lost an angelfish. That's pretty disappointing. Bummer. Wow, they're pretty too. That's disappointing. Oh well, it happens. You have thousands of fish. You're gonna have some dead ones. The goal is to not keep having dead ones and make sure there wasn't an issue in the tank. But everybody else is healthy. Looks healthy anyways. There's not any out of the normal swimming from any of the other ones. There's a bunch of guppies in there. They all look good. I would like to get those guppies out of there. Oh well. I've lost my share of fish that I love. Hi, Brenton. Yeah, I mean, I never really wanted to get an angelfish, but my wife kind of forced me into it. Oh, Cheryl, gonna be live streaming, huh? Well, you get all prepped up, because I'm gonna get you through, too. I know Jeff's had you through on his. I should be at work, but I've already explained that I can't stand going out in this weather. I do service work, HVAC and plumbing, and I cannot stand taking my truck out in this weather, so excuse me, I will do everything I can to avoid going out in this weather. Some people just have to wait. Benefit to being self-employed and a downfall. Too many times I make my own hours when I shouldn't be making my own hours. But I've been at everybody's beck and call for a long time. I think I started in, let me think. My youngest son was born in '94, so that was the year I went self-employed. So it's been 30 years. 30 years of being at everybody's beck and call is pretty frustrating. I mean, I hate leaving town in the wintertime because I hate getting calls from people and having to tell them, sorry, I'm out of town. And being hooked up with, 1, 2, 3, 4 of the local wineries here. I mean, that's just asking for emergencies year round. Right? You know what I'm talking about, people? When you want to call somebody for an emergency, you want them to be ready and ready to go. Oh, Henry's here. Didn't see him come in. That's, I've seen that, Myers. I've been on somebody's channel and you accidentally swipe down to the bottom of the chat and the next one is a bunch of people cutting up a huge fish. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. What do you think? Should I be putting one of these in a breeder box or what? Can I fit a big breeder box on the side of a 20? On the end of a 20? Oh yeah, that'll fit, won't it? If I have a tape measure down here, I can tell for sure. Well, what else? Today's Thursday. I'll do a late night stream tomorrow after Steven. So I'm hoping I can get out and try another one of those Whopper challenge meals so I can give a little update on the Whoppers. Not that I'm a fast food junkie fan, but I think I'm trying the Mexican street corn one next. Pretty disappointed with the fried dill pickle one. Now I'm starting to talk food because I'm actually getting a little hungry. Give me some topics for tomorrow night. I do have a list of them. I got some ideas for topics, but you people are the ones that show up to these things. What do you guys want to hear about? I mean, I certainly don't mind looking at fish and talking about fish. That's always fun in my mind. But there's a lot more to discuss in this hobby. I'm interested to know, and this might be tomorrow's topic, when you are breeding fish, whether, I say breeding for profit or, I don't know, breeding to expand your personal tanks, what fish do you put together that are you comfortable keeping together or breeding together or raising together? That would be a good topic. Sorry. I was pretty sick a couple weekends ago, and then I've spent the majority of the last week outside, so I don't think that helped in my recovery. Ways to save money in the hobby. Good one, Brandon. I was thinking about that. Was one of the ones I have written down as well. And you want to know what my big one is on that? Is unless you're growing out fry, I think we overfeed our fish. But that can be an argument, a chat room argument. I think the majority of aquarists overfeed their fish. Unless you're breeding or raising fry. Sorry, been so long since I've done this, I hadn't even thought about checking the battery on my phone. Rookie mistake. Been a while since I've used my phone to stream. And now I don't know whether my remote mic is going to work or not, but we'll see. I can come over here to the phone and chat to response. Nobody left in here. My bad, I drove everyone away. Whoa, how long was I gone for, Cheryl? 5 minutes? 6 minutes? 8 minutes? I didn't even realize because I was watching chat only on my other device. Hey, good news. I think I got cherry barb eggs. I don't know. Hi, Stan. Ooh, I'm hungry, Stan. What are you having for lunch? I'm always hungry. Where's Jeff P when I want to make him jealous? Because I'm thinking those are eggs. That's good, that one too. I'll take like one. You can't hear me now or not? Can you hear me when I'm right here? Yeah, I gotta be next to my phone. My remote mic is plugged in where I had to unplug it to plug my charger in. So technology. Although, I wonder. Nope, I know that other mic won't work. Yeah, I'll check on chat every once in a while. I'll come over here and talk to you guys. I just poured off some, looks like some cherry barb eggs into a breeder box. Setting the collector back up. Yeah, the only thing I had to do is when I come down here and do these streams, I have to shut my furnace off. So I'm wondering how cool it's getting upstairs, but I'm not upstairs, so I don't care. Hey, Jeffro. Oh, Cheryl, man, you got to tell Jeff P that you're getting those. That will be great. I want to be there when you tell him. In fact, when I talk to him this afternoon, I'm going to tell him you got a surprise for him. Jeffro got a nice batch of bluegrass guppy fry coming out. With you in mind. Did you get any fry out of those females, Jeffro? Yeah, are they? Are they? You don't think they're gonna give you any fry? I got a bunch though, like probably well over 50. Yeah, I think they're just old enough where I might be able to start separating them out. See what I got for males and females. But I will keep you in mind and let you know. Oh, that would be great, Cheryl. I'd love if you had him for my stream tomorrow night, cause he'll be there for that. So we could put you on cam and you could just take your camera over to the tank and show him. That would be awesome. I just love to tease him though. He doesn't care. He's just happy somebody's getting him. Yes, Brandon, we are back. Just a little mic deficient. I have to be near my phone to talk, but because I can't get the remote mic hooked up because I'm charging the phone. Well, there were none available around here. I mean, I don't know. There might be at our local fish stores. I didn't check with those, but I know that Petco, PetSmart, and Pet Supplies Plus didn't show any in their local store. Heck, Petco didn't show any for Cleveland, Buffalo, anywhere. I wonder if I can stream myself. Can you add another person to these vertical streams? Anybody done that? because I was wondering if I could add my other device so I could get a mic running. But oh well, I won't be on. I mean, I'm not gonna be on forever here. So, oh, you can't do a. Go get that disabled car. You can't get a second person on a vertical? I wouldn't even know where to start on the screen. I don't see anything. There's a plus button at the bottom, but I don't know what that means. I'm pushing it. Oh, it's start a poll. You can start a poll on this, but you can't add a second person. I thought you could add a second person to a vertical. Whatever. If I knew what my oh, I'm only at 10%. I was gonna say if I got up to 50%, I'd put my mic back in, but not that close yet. Oh, someday maybe I'll figure that out. I mean, I'm only wanting to do it to get a mic on, but I probably shouldn't have even thought about doing this without making sure my phone was at 100%. Like I said, rookie mistake. Well, on the plus side, I see some panda cory fry. It is warmer down here, yes. I still have to deal with a little bit of air movement. I got lids on a couple of tanks, mostly the jumpers and the snail tanks, the mystery snails to keep them in. But no, I regret not having lids on some of these tanks, especially in the summer when it gets so humid down here. Wife's coming down to visit. The last name wearing her Fa La 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 Llama shirt.
Do you want lunch?
We'll do it. We need to do another loaf of bread too. I know. She didn't even say anything about it. I don't think she noticed. No, she, no, she is not, Brenton. And I'm not gonna have her on any more of my streams because you guys are gonna get her doing that. Yeah, I should do that, Jeffro. Another one of those projects I'd like to do. Get that polycarbonate, those panels, get them cut for these tanks. I mean, even if you covered, I don't know, 3/4 of it. Something to keep the evaporation down, yep. Because it certainly happens. I think I've decided what I want to do with my 90 gallon that I got. How much are those? Where are you getting yours at, Brenton? Yeah, yeah, it is very bad in the winter, you're right, because the air is drier. But I notice it a lot more in the summertime, just because the air is just that much wetter. Menards, we don't have any Menards. We got Lowe's and Home Depot here. I'll have to scope that out. I got a nice little 12 volt angle grinder that I can just run right down. That's my game plan. Takes a little like, I don't know, what, 3-inch disc blade on it. Little Milwaukee 12 volt angle cutter. That's my game plan anyways. It's nice having toys, isn't it, Brenton? What are you gonna cut it with? Because you got a tool that'll cut it. Just clamp yourself a board on there, Stan, and just run the saw right down next to the board. My neighbor was the same way. I was cutting plywood up, doing some work on the house. He's like, I got a 8-foot straight line that you can clamp on there. And I'm like, no, I mean, Yeah, right, Brandon. Practice makes perfect. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that. I can follow a line. Practice makes perfect in just about everything. Oh, good. Got the wife upstairs making some lunch. Yep, got one of those too. I went and actually bought some lift handles, plastic lift handles, on Amazon. You just super glue them down. Yeah, I also had some glass wine bottle stops, corks, whatever you want to call them. Some of the varieties of wine around here have glass plugs in them, and you just glue those to the. Yep, right, exactly. Whatever's handy. Whatever's handy and cheap. Yeah, slingshots and aquariums don't go well together. Sweet, Cheryl. Nice. I like it. What's a binder clip? Binder of sheets of paper binder? Well, I'm excited for you, Cheryl. Peacock Gudgeons. I'm more excited about you telling. Jeff's gonna be so excited. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with I've used those chip clips. I bought a big container of them, and I use them to like clamp my fry grow out Tupperware containers. When I float them in tanks, I use those clips to hold the containers in place so they aren't floating around in the top of the tank. And unfortunately, the problem is that the springs on them rust and break. Oh, nice. So, what, you knew you were getting peacocks or not? Or you were just still trying to figure out what you wanted to put in there? Yeah, I'm almost thinking that I got that 90, and I'm almost thinking I want to do Congo Tetris, but not 100% committed to that yet. Yeah, they are very nice looking fish. I keep thinking about, excuse me, keep thinking about Rob's tank. He's got those Congos in there, gorgeous. Jeez, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. No MD, no piranhas. I did, however, had the Pacu, the vegetarian version of the piranha. I miss him. I don't know where you're going to put 100 piranhas. What do you got for tank there, MD? And you can have a real fun pool party over there. Hi, Jim. How are you? Jeffro. No plecos, huh? The only downside to the plecos, which I do like the plecos. I mean, I love the quarries. Like the plecos. But the doggone grow out time on those plecos is ridiculous. Years waiting for them to get to breeding age. Yep. Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, and then what do you want to do? Spend $200 to $400 for a breeding pair? I mean, I think the 046s, the zebra plecos, they go for like $800 for a breeding pair. I know, that's why they cost so much. But I still get frustrated when people sell half-inch and three-quarter plecos. That's a little frustrating. You'd think for 30 or 40 bucks a piece, you could at least grow them out to over an inch. Most of them are. The other thing about plecos that I don't like is some of them you never see. Right? My 04 or my 333s, before I lost that community colony, I hardly ever saw those guys. Those guys just did not want to come out. My 519s, they're hiding. Granted, there are no dither fish in there. It's just all orange. You know, there's 300 cherry shrimp in there, but the red spot Rios that I got, they're out. They're out everywhere. They're out on the front of the tank. They don't seem to care. The 173B false zebras, they're hiding. And the lemon blue-eyed lemon blue-eyed bristlenose that I have, they're all over. They don't care. The albino bristlenose, they don't care. Yeah, they have a lot of waste out, but I mean, like I said, there are strains of those, that species of those that I don't think care. And I seem to recall somebody saying that they had L33s and they weren't shy. But I mean, it's the same way with my Corys. I mean, I have 10 species of Corys, and there's only a couple of them that are really shy. But again, those Corys don't have, they don't have ditherfish in with them either. A couple of them have some guppies in with them, but most of them don't have ditherfish. So, but by the same token, a couple of those colonies are like 50 to 80 strong, so they don't have a choice but to be out in the open. So, yeah, you're right, Brandon. Right. Yeah, neon tetras, love those things, but just I don't know, too many issues with them. Too many tumors. Are you saying that because you do have a wife, you need to get out of the house? Hi, Alan. Coming in for the end here? I'm not going to be on much longer. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I just got another text from a buddy of mine. I'm going to have to go over and check his trailer out. He's having problems. This snow is just making everybody's, especially on the trailers, doors are sticking and not closing right. And oh, I thought they were just basically less shy with fish swimming above them. All right, I gotta head out. I'm gonna grab some lunch. I gotta head over to my buddy's house, see what's wrong with his place. He is bedbound, so, and he just has aides that stop in a few times a day, and I don't think any of them are competent enough to. I mean, I don't know what to do. I'm just probably gonna end up just putting a doggone bungee cord on his door to hold it shut. Oh, a lot of females. Huh. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you all. Thanks for company down here for a couple hours. Appreciate it. And if I don't see you tonight, I'll see you tomorrow night. All right. And hopefully, oh, Empire. What's up, buddy? Hopefully, we'll be discussing some topics tomorrow night. You bet. Get back to painting that vehicle, Cheryl. All right, you came just in time to say goodbye, Empire. I'm going to go out and actually maybe do a service call, so. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Take care. Have a wonderful day. I'm hoping I do not have to shovel again today, but I'll let you know. Bye.